My name's Max, welcome to Uni Hour.
Boys in the club, boys in the club. Please bring a cup, please bring a cup. Sip that juice, drink it all just like you should. Sip that juice, drink it all, that sweet, that good. I'll give you all of this good, good. I'll give you all of this good, good. Fill it up, bottles up, quick, quick, drink it up. Fill it up, bottles up, drink it up. Yeah, I spill my juice.
Here we are, we're in Old Fire Station. This is episode 2 of Uni Hour. I'm joined with Jack, Demo and Ethan, and because we're here, today we're going to be talking about going out.
Before we start, can we just say a massive thank you for Old Fire Station for hosting episode number 2.
So the first thing that sort of I think is really important about going out is the sort of money that you're going to spend. It is pretty terrifying, budgeting for nights out, because you sort of realise that that's where your money goes. But, sort of thinking about your budget on a night out is the most stressful thing. I personally don't actually have much to say because I'm not really too good at it.
How a night off starts. So normally the first thing is you get a message from your mates deciding on what club to go to.
At about 8 o'clock at night.
And then the next stage after that is getting your drinks for prees. What's your go-to drink for prees, would you say?
I'm getting into Ray Nephews, which is 67%
Oh, yeah.
Jamaican,
Is that rum? That's rum.
Jamaican rum.
rum.
But generally it's a £22.42 bottle, 1.5
Oh my
litres
God.
from Asda.
I'm the same. I usually swig a few beers down me and then I start off with the vodka lemonade. But yeah, we've all learned that you need to go ham at prees because
very true,
regardless of what university you're at or wherever you're going out, drinks in clubs are always going to be expensive. You can spend a fortune.
Next stage of going out is the prees. So either yourself or whoever you're going out with will host prees at their flat, or you'll travel to a different flat. So they're normally organised on a group chat. Mostly those people at the prees will be going to the same club, I'd say. I mean, I've never really been to a prees.
Unless you're a Demo who only goes to prees and never comes out.
That's happened twice. That's literally happened twice.
If you say you're going to prees and not going out,
twice.
it's not going to work.
What is this?
You go clubbing, you finish at, if you do it properly, about 3, 4. You make your way back, stumble way home into accommodation, try not to end up in a bush.
Or
potentially pick a cone up.
Or you
a
take
barrier.
the hungry route.
Take the hungry, yes, kebab shops.
Kebab shops. There's
Kebab.
On our road on the way home, there's about 50. So you're definitely going to end up in one of them.
There are many, many choices. We have our personal favourites, but
Yeah.
I
Cheesy
feel like
chips.
yeah, cheesy chips, absolutely classic.
Kebab, burger, you name it. They've got it all.
Pizza.
What would we say an average fund is for a night out? What would you end up spending? Tickets normally £7
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing people don't tell you. You actually have to pay for entry for clubs. I didn't really consider that, but the price does rack up.
I thought it was just events that you have to
Yeah,
pay.
but it's pretty much every night out you need to pay entry fees.
Yeah. Plus the drinks for prees, that's another £10. And then drinks in the club.
Yeah.
If you're going to a cheaper club, that's fair enough. But a lot of clubs now charge £7 for a double.
Yeah, and it's you get the guilt drinks as well.
And if you're in like a bigger city, this probably sounds so funny to you, but some bigger cities, if you go to uni in like London, that you're going to struggle.
£12 doubles.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
even that would be like a sort of a normal amount. Some clubs are probably even more than that. It's
'cause
terrifying.
You're London way, aren't you? So
Yeah,
you would know.
No,
But you enjoy
Doesn't sound great.
that.
£20 a night minimum, I'd say. As we're at university studying, we do get time off. We're not here all the time. We do have half terms and holidays off. Going home from that, you realise how much you actually enjoy uni. For me, it's the same. I don't know about you when you go home.
you get used to the really full on lifestyle of uni,
full on lifestyle.
and then you go back home and then you realise how
So
boring everything
so
is.
boring.
But it's entering your flat after 2 months is the most disgusting thing you've ever
Especially-
No, it's genuinely horrible. You walk into the kitchen, there's a whole new ecosystem in the fridge.
Yeah, especially when
it's
there's been milk and cheese left in the fridge.
yeah,
that
no.
people have
No,
forgotten
my
to take out.
flatmate left
just
just raw meat in the fridge.
Yeah,
for 2 months.
It smells like death.
No, it's
horrible.
absolutely horrible. I'm so happy that because like sort of your flat gets used for prees a lot.
Yeah.
My flat is super fucking boring, so nothing ever happens in my flat. So it is quite clean.
Your flat is literally like an empty whiteboard.
It's
Yeah, no,
kind of
A
literally.
plain slate.
It's the most default thing. We haven't done anything to it. Our
Insert a
kitchen's-
picture of Demo's flat here.
Yeah.
It's bad. Also, we have no chairs. 'cause
Shame it.
All of the chairs are in his flat because that's where all the prees are. So my kitchen has no chairs, has absolutely nothing on it.
I
It's
walk
disgusting.
in and it's cold. It's scary and lonely.
Yeah, you don't like it.
Coming back from home to uni, the place, like we said, is a mess. Normally the bins haven't been taken out,
Yeah.
so it'll stink. Insert the video of us taking Ethan's bins
Oh,
out. Was that 3 months of bin?
3 months of bins.
3
Yeah.
months of bin.
A lot of bin.
15 bin bags.
Yeah,
That's
not-
horrible. We
not
filled an
great.
entire lift. A bit of sours.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. So, staying on the topic of your uni flat, every month or so you have flat inspections. Do you want to talk about flat inspections?
So we have flat inspections. What was it? Once every 2 or 3 weeks, and essentially, what happens is you get maintenance from downstairs coming up and seeing if your flat is clean enough. And if it's not, they give you a little notice, just like a slap on the wrist. We've had multiple. We don't mop, clean, or do the bins.
I'd say flat inspections is the only time your flat is like properly clean.
I don't agree with that at all.
Do you leave it? Do you just leave it?
We've had massive prees before. It's been bottles everywhere, sick on the floor, and the flat inspections come up and like write us like a paragraph of what needs to be done.
I
So
feel
annoying.
like the workers at the accommodations have seen much worse. So like a bit of chicken on the floor is probably not a lot to them. Back on the topic of clubs, being in one ourselves here, a lot of people who join uni haven't necessarily been clubbing before, and like, do you want to talk about like what it actually is like in a club? Like you walk through the door, get your ID checked. What do you first see?
After you've come past the bouncers and you've done all your tickets and stuff, you generally just see a bunch of drunk people all spilling drinks over each other, tripping over. Sometimes
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Just talk about what you hear. It's always loud.
Or you just
Your
feel
ears
the
will be
bass.
ringing.
You come out of the club at like 3 a.m. and your ears are ringing, definitely.
Yeah, and then you're ready for afters if you're not a pussy. No, it's awful. I personally, I know probably a lot of you do as well. I have a tendency of wandering on nights out and losing all your mates because you found another group of mates.
Definitely.
We're known as wanderers.
Yeah, and aside from the whole like drop game sort of thing, you do tend to lose your mates. you just
Definitely.
end up wandering, and then you look for a second, and you're like a lost kid in a playground. You don't know where everyone's gone.
Or you like bump into one of your mates walk off,
Yeah.
being too fucked to realise that you're not with
and you
them.
turn around, they're gone.
Yeah.
A lot of time clubs don't have service or Wi-Fi, so you can't call them. You can't
There's-
use your phone.
There's the typical like on your phone screaming at each other, and all you can hear is like "Sweet Child of Mine" or something.
Phone
in the
calls are the
background.
most pointless thing
They
in
don't
clubs.
work.
Yeah, no, you just screaming.
If you lose your mates, the best way of finding them is just continuously walking around
Yeah.
like a loner.
What I do is I phone them to get their attention,
that's what I
and
do.
then I hang up, and then I message.
Yeah, that's the
That's
go-to.
what I do.
Club toilets are also a big thing because mostly everyone in there is drunk. You see a lot of random stuff going on.
There is.
Drunk people slipping over. Do you want to talk about the
No
spray
splash.
guy? Yeah, talk about
No
it.
splash, no gash, no spray, no lay.
That's
I
it.
don't know
So
what.
there's a guy in the toilets on lots of different.
I don't know what they're
clubs.
actually called. Like,
We need to.
man.
We're gonna
Boss
see.
man.
I will see if we can get
Boss
him on
spray.
the bloody
Boss
podcast.
spray.
Right.
Wait,
have you been caught?
They are
Insert the
businessmen.
video of Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alex.
The video of
We,
Alex has got to be in it.
We did tell Alex that it was free and it really wasn't. And he said, "I don't have any cash," and he whipped out a card machine. Alex,
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
Tip
If
me.
anyone knows, comment below because I'm not
Yeah.
sure what the
What's
actual
like the
name of them
general
is.
name? One more thing I'd like to touch on about club toilets, obviously an interesting topic, is how much time you'll spend in there.
Very
I
true.
mean, drinking usually does include going to the toilet, so I usually probably 8-9 trips to the toilet on a night
Definitely.
out.
You also
So I'll
have to
spend half my
organise that with
time
your
there.
group.
Yeah.
To go to the toilet with a group is you're there for about half an hour waiting
Yeah.
for everyone to finish.
Yeah, just get too fucked to care about it. That's my advice.
Yeah.
And start again
Yeah.
and repeat the process of going out again and again.
I think that's a wrap. It's been a a fun podcast today, and on Fire Station, obviously a change.
Thank you
of
for Old Fire
environment.
Station again.
Obviously switching up the location each time.
With the sofa.
Yeah, the sofa's going to remain. Don't worry about that. But yeah, if you guys can like and subscribe, that'd be amazing.
The last podcast did amazing, so
Yeah,
if we can do that again,
we'd love
next
all
one,
your support.
it'd be great.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.